What's up, folks? Coach Bryant here. Training Peak Virtual, also here. Formerly IndieVelo. I had not heard of it before. I did see the news on this. I watched DC Rainmaker give his chat about Training Peaks Virtual, and I wanted to give it a go. Big thing I was looking for was how easy, how intuitive was it to sign on, download, get rocking and rolling, run through the interface. So I'm giving kind of real live comparisons between it and Zwift, but it's essentially very first take I was recording, and I want to walk you through that. At the very end, I also ended up doing my first race, jumped on my phone camera, so the video quality is not great, but I wanted to give you some live sort of initial gut feelings I had, things I liked about the platform, so I could share that with all of you. Is Training Peaks going to be a major contender against Zwift? I think so. And join me to find out why. All right, sign in as myself, and it looks like right up here in the top right corner, virtual. I'm gonna click on that. This is my first time using it, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it goes. Try it free. So we have to download the app. Looks like you can get it on Apple TV, Google Play, the App Store to use on your tablet device, or Mac OS. So we are on Mac OS right here. Let's see. Launch it, maybe. Open. Bear with me. All right. Downloading latest version. Use Bluetooth. Allow. Existing Training Peaks account. Okay. You have an existing account on IndieVelo. I do not. To create a fresh. You may skip this step. All right, so I'm going to skip. Yep, read all that. Looks awesome. Good. Clearly, I'm not an attorney. Bam, just like that. We're ready to go. What do we want? Horizontal stripes. Whoa, custom go faster curves. Just a plain old jersey. I'm good with that. You know, I'm sure we don't really care about anything but our frame and our wheel set, right? We gotta get that racing wheel set. Custom racing frame. Can I change the colors and stuff? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. You know, we're red and black. Let's go ahead and go with that. Green. Let's take this up to maybe, all right. Oh, sure. Whatever. All right. Okay. We don't need to worry about all that. It's saying to estimate, but from what I have heard, this will end up integrating, or maybe it already is, with your actual threshold power that's listed on Training Peaks. So this is one of the coolest things as a coach and as athletes, something we just shot a video on Zwift actually, letting them know that they need to make sure their Zwift zones, their Zwift threshold power is set the same as their Training Peaks threshold power. Because when we update it for them in Training Peaks, that doesn't mean it's updating in Zwift. So if this actually integrates real time, where it'll just pull from the numbers that the coach or you set as your threshold power on Training Peaks, and just pull straight into IndieVelo, now Training Peaks Virtual, that'll be pretty awesome. I did a ramp test the other day, which put me at 368. So I'm going to put that in there. Oh, I'm going to get on my stats. This is where you can cheat. This is where you can cheat, folks. I need Imperial, and I'm not 153 pounds. I was 193 this morning, and I am 74.5 inches tall. Date of birth, you guys don't need to know my birth. You can get my birth year. 1982. All right, Bryant, Coach B. Funston. Coach, we'll do Coach B. Funston. We'll see how it actually shows up on the avatar. Country, America, baby. United States. All right, let's see. Teams to join by request. How do I get my team on here? To request to join this team. I don't want to join the team. I want my own team. Oh, GPC squad. We're coming at you, GPC. We're going to come at you with the BPC. Oh, there you go. To create and manage your own new team. Heck yeah. You can screenshot that real quick. All right. So I don't want to join a team. So what do? View team. What do you mean optionally? I don't want to join a team. Am I missing something here? I'm just going to go with OK. See what happens. All right. So initial thoughts here. We can ride. We can spectate. So it's got pretty similar to Zwift. It's got the name of the loop, the distance, the elevation gain. This is all very similar to Zwift. The world actually looks similar. Colors are just different. Zwift did not have gradient. Essentially with Zwift, you can do distance and elevation. So whatever. Let's we can do pace. So based on okay, so this is kind of cool. So it already converts, instead of using watts per kilo like they use on Zwift, where you're having to do conversions in your head or actually know it, this actually just gives your power range you will be in. So I actually like that better because I know my power ranges. I know what different zones feel like. So it's very easy for me to go, okay, if I'm looking for a ride that's in 220 to 270, so that's going to be like a zone 2 ride for me, mid to upper zone 2, then I would know, okay, Roxy Ruby. Training, pre-race warm up. Oh, I should have put a workout on my own Training Peaks just to see how easy that would integrate. I'm guessing that's going to be super simple. So if you have a ride that's already there, it should be on there. I do like this a lot better. Power distribution. Zwift does not have this, where it's going to tell you how much time zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus over here, 7. Aerobic. Okay, so this is actually really cool. Tempo ride, lots of time, and it's actually showing the power zone, 275 to 329. All of that, as a coach, I like a ton better. Recovery ride, all zone 1. VO2s, 385 to 439. So all that's super, super cool based on knowing my zones. And as a coach, this is something we look at when we're looking at people's programs. One of the things we scroll is to see what was time spent in zone, and are they spending time where we want them to. If it's an endurance ride, if we're wanting you on an aerobic ride, how much time is in zone 1? How much time is in 4 plus? If someone's riding outside, usually we're always seeing some up here. People hit a hill, they want to power over it. We end up seeing a lot there. And if you're outside and you're riding through town, doing downhills, things like that, it's very easy to spend a lot of time in zone 1 as well. So this is always cool to see, okay, by the end of this one, if the person stays where they should, they're going to be doing, a lot of zone 2 and some zone 3. So they're actually putting zone 3 on this aerobic ride. It's got descriptions on there. So that's all cool. All right, events. I know this is one of the things I really like about Zwift is if I'm going to get a hard workout in, most racing on Zwift, especially if you're on one of the flatter courses, is threshold-ish level effort if you're in your right category, with some big spikes on whatever climbs they've got. So you're in zone 5, maybe some zone 6 on those. So you're going to get a hard, fairly sustained effort. So if I don't feel motivated to go do 2x20s or something like that, it's very easy for me to jump on Zwift, get into a race that I know is going to be about the duration I want it to be, and have a more motivating hard effort. So we've got competitive races here, unranked events, not totally sure what that means. Group rides, so this is all pace, 80 laps of the velodrome. Does it show? So typically they show on Zwift the number of people that are already signed up for it. But we've got distance, elevation gain. We can click more here. Let's see what that says. Okay, you can see the profile. This is the Credigen Teams ride. What other stats do they got? You're going to start together, ride at your own pace, no race results, 1,000 total people allowed. Does not show how many are actually signed up for it. Because no one's, on Zwift sometimes there's some rides that get, hundreds, thousands of people, and others that have 8. I much prefer having something where I know other people are going to be in it. Group workouts, I'm guessing from a coach's I'm guessing we should be able to create our own. With Zwift, you have to have a separate app, the companion app. You go into that and you can create events. Let's see. I don't know what these icons are. So we got group workouts, challenges, total, check your progress, 10 days remaining, global, country, team. Okay, that's kind of cool. So if we were to create our own team, we would be able to click on that. Or if I was part of a team, and I'd be able to see how everyone's stacking up. That's kind of fun. 4K time trial. How do we join different challenges? Spectate. Check your progress. So I don't know how I join a challenge. Racing license? Undergo enhanced performance verification based on real-world ability. Assist with this, right? Must be a member of a real-world national governing body. So USA Cycling for us here in the United States. Cycling. Now, I don't know the governing body ID. I know mine. All right, I'm going to skip that for now. Follow friends, training zones. Oh, I like this too. Zone 1 / okay. So with our coaching company, we've actually set up to zone 7 and 7 plus, and we have our own ways of putting different zones. Kind of unique that this goes zone 1, 2, then there's a gap. Zone 2, 3. Okay, so it's just giving the transition line, and we can just drag zone 3, 4. Just going to play around with this. Zone 4, 5. Zone 5 into 6. So for us, most people, around 120%. Not most people. Decent barometer. A lot of folks can get close to 120% for their 5-minute max. I'm going to take VO2 up just a little bit for this. Connected accounts. Training peaks. Oh, Strava. Okay, that's cool. Although I just saw where Strava has come up with their own, this may be changing. Strava's not playing nice with anyone else. I'm just going to leave training peaks for now. I don't need to go into any of the other stuff. Critical power, ranking history, race history. Ooh, estimated VO2. I'll be curious to see. I've actually done VO2 testing before, not super recently, and that can change. VO2 is probably a little lower right now. All right, so it's got some stuff there. Options. What are our options? Organized team. Oh, here we go. Organize teams, organize events, license and docs, change account, trainer settings, UI settings, graphic settings. What does it do here? All right, so it's probably pulling from internet. I'm guessing it slows or speeds that up based on hide your name when training, computer. Okay, so there's a ton of usability here. Map, where you want to be seen. Zones, show power zones, show heart rate zones. Heck yeah. Show data values. Sure. Time spent in each cadence zone. That's cool as well. Okay, we can see if we're just grinding away or not. Okay. Trainer settings. All right, 10% feel. Okay. So you can change how it feels. Brake feel. I don't know about braking. Headwinds. How do I know when there's headwinds? I want it to feel real. I want 10% to feel like 10%. Or 10K to feel like 10K. Erg matches the workout. Terrain matches world. Fixed matches flat road. External, another app. So that's kind of cool. So a fixed would be trainer controlled resistance in workouts. So during workouts, what we would want would be this. So if anyone's doing like our program that we do in the off season, we want fixed where it matches a flat road, and then you shift gears to change and go harder or easier. Erg is going to say, what is the power on the workout? And it's going to force you to stay there. So if you're in a challenging workout that you might go to failure on, but we want you to keep pushing, even if your power drops some, Erg won't let you do that. It's just going to drag your cadence down, and eventually you're going to get destroyed. So avoid spiral of doom. If virtual gear allows you to change the resistance you feel at any time on any trainer. Pick any number of gears you want and shift between them instantly with just a button click. Whoa. So you can, I'm gonna have to play around with that more. So you can adjust the virtual gear. That's cool. All right, always show virtual gear. Some trainers do not fully support, okay, yeah, advanced braking and virtual gearing. So hopefully that works. Use power meter as primary when available. So my guess is this would be if you have power on your bike and you also have the trainer, that this would allow you to use your power meter rather than the trainer. All right, well, I'm just gonna leave it as this. So this is all just for workouts. When I'm in a workout mode, I want it to match the flat road. And hopefully when you're actually riding, it will allow you to change that. All right, if I go back to ride, I'm gonna test this here in a little bit. And when I test it, I'll then give some feedback on what I think. But let's just go ahead and choose this velodrome and say, let's ride. Oh, I gotta wake up my device again. I was chatting for too long. All right, trainer's awake. Scanning. All right, where is it? Select. Oh, okay. Cadence, select. Heart rate, not wearing it. Power meter, select. All right. Downloading the world. And there we go. So at the top, time, distance, elevation gain, speed in mile per hour, TSS, which is cool. So that's going to be pulling it from your threshold number. That's a cool metric to have there. We've got power. So that's looks like a chart. It's going to show you which zone you're in. Cadence, heart rate, beat per minute, wattage, RPM. Ooh, if this works, balance, smoothness, effectiveness, and torque. That's all really cool metrics to have as well. Coach B. Funston. I was curious how that was going to look. And it does have wind. So I'll be interesting to test this out. I will do that here shortly. Just like on Zwift, when you get near usually on Zwift, if you tap, it brings up some of these. We've got screen. What is this? Gear change, I'm guessing. We can talk to people. We can click on workouts if we wanted to and choose one during the ride without it. Oh, okay, and then you can change your metrics there, so that's cool. You can change your route right away. Use power meter as primary when available. I don't have my power meter going right now, so not an issue. So when the workout comes up, just like Zwift, it has the intervals over here on the left that you're going to hit. And it's got your targets for the current. All right, that's all I got for now on this. I will pop back with what I think once I'm done. How do we end? Menu. End ride. Okay. I got to get out of this before I can end my. So I had to hit escape on the screen. Is that the only way to get out of it? End ride. And we're back. That was a long video. All right. First Training Peaks virtual ride, formerly IndieVelo, and the race is over. First ride was a race. Kind of cool. On the top right here, there's a draft signal. The more blue that is, so right now, like no draft, almost none. But as people get in front of me, See if I can slow up. As people get in front of me, that number is going to go up. It's got metrics all over the place. People just go by. Let's see if the draft goes up. Metrics, I believe, average, norm, max, I think is what that is. Hey, got the W. I attacked, actually a person attacked with 2 laps to go on the velodrome, and they were like 35-second laps. I was like, all right, I'm going to follow. That person sat up and I went over the top. So I won by about 4 seconds. So they use speed rather than power to weight, or power in general. Point there so you can see if people are accelerating. There's also lights on the back of your bike. If it starts coloring, that means you are, I think I noticed where it was like, once I went above my threshold number, that's when the light went on. When it goes to green, it's like different shades of red, orange to green. When it's fully green, that means it's full gas. So overall, it's a fun experience. Seemed pretty realistic effort-wise, which is cool. Definitely entertaining. They use bots, which is cool. So the way the bots work is they're almost like AI generated. And the way racing works, it's kind of similar. So based on who you beat and what their rankings are, the more you beat, the more you move up in rankings. The people you lose to, if they were worse than you, you move down even more. If they're better than you, just sort of depends on how much better. But you move up and down in the overall rankings based on how you finish against those that were in your group. And the bots that are in there, you don't know who they are, but they undergo the same rankings. So it's not like it's a random bot. As far as I understand, those bots are earning rankings as well. So as they do better, they move up and are going against other people around their level. So the goal is for fair riding with full fields, and you don't know who's who. So that's cool. The other thing about the bots is there's different bots with different skill sets, different phenotypes. So some are going to be better sprinters, lower fatigue resistance. Others are better like time trialers. And you can actually set them to be more or less aggressive in their attacking or sitting in. So all in all, a cool experience. All right, end screen. So it uses critical power. So it's constantly measuring what your power output is over different rides, races, events at different time values. So 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 5, all the way down. I'm going to scroll it. So it keeps going down, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. So before I had not done any of these, 10 minute, 390, 12, 383. So this was a good push today. Estimated 20 minute. That included like the warm up ahead of time and the cool down. So it now starts calculating these values. I'm going to show you what the critical power chart should look like. All right, so on the main screen again, I'm going to go up here to my profile. I'm going to see if my critical power training zones right here, critical power. Let's see what it does. Yeah, so now it's got it filled out. So you can see what my different values were over all those, which is super cool. You can start seeing where your fall-offs were. So this is about where I went. I knew it was going to be about 1:10. So you can see it falls off a lot after that because that was that really hard finish. And then obviously it falls off big time after 20 minutes because I did not ride longer than 20 minutes. Estimated VO2, 62. Estimated critical power / threshold up there, lower than what I know I can do. And let's see if I got rankings now. 200, okay, so it ends up updating you. So the better you do, the more people you beat, the better it goes, the more your race rankings increase over here. It'll auto put you in groups that are more appropriate to your level.